Good morning. This is Janet, and I'm at the Laurelton West End Library in Laurelton, Pennsylvania, and this is the monthly book review. This month's book I would like to review is called Still Life by Louise Penny. Reading Louise Penny's novels is like taking a step back in time, not necessarily from a historical standpoint, but ones that present a gentle, more relaxed atmosphere that grabs the soul and moves you in the direction of wanting to live in the village of Three Pines in Canada. Three Pines is not actually a true village, but is fashioned after a small village that Louise Penny does live in. And all of the books take place in Three Pines. However, several characters in the novels are present throughout. This is not a romance or a travelogue kind of book, although from a location standpoint it certainly could be. Louise Penny's novels are crime mysteries that are of such a nature you want to read them all. And all of them in her series I have certainly read. A murder has been committed in the remote, tiny village that you basically only find by accident. And as a lot of the residents of the village will attest to in the novels, they did find Three Pines by accident and decided to remain. After reading any of her novels, you will certainly want to dive into living there as well. A local woman has been found dead in the woods, and the circumstances around her murder are, of course, to be questioned. Enter Chief Inspector Armand Gamache from Quebec. Upon entering Three Pines, he meets the residents who present to be a very huge variety of characters, but ones who have very close friendships. There is one resident who is a unique individual and is a well-known poet. A couple that lives there are both artists, another proprietor, and others that make up the unique collections of personalities. The victim, Jane, is an older woman found in the woods on Thanksgiving morning, had been impaled by an arrow. The local citizens feel that it was a hunting accident, but not so to Inspector Gamache. He begins his investigation by bringing some of his department with him and sets up a situation room in the former fire department building. Inspector Gamache and each of his investigators each have their own unique manner and technique of approaching the murder in Three Pines, as well as their personalities being fleshed out by Louise Penny. Not only the team of investigators, but also the town's folks themselves are fleshed out, and as the reader, you are able to relate to them as you would your own friends or acquaintances. Each person that I know that has read the Louise Penny novels feels the same way about the characters and have their favorites. As Inspector Gamache's investigation continues, it is realized that Jane being found dead was not the result of an accident, but had been murder. The title of the book, Still Life, is a look inside of the woman, the village, and the ways in which the people related with each other. No one knew of the still life Jane had painted, but were amazed at her talent and observations of everyday life and people's true nature and her interpretation of life. I think the title of the book is one which makes you stop and think. We are all so much in a hurry in life that we, a lot of times, don't take time to stop and smell the roses, so to speak. Each one of us can look at something and see something else, or how that something affects our personal lives, and miss out on a lot of how reality truly is. Enter the world of Inspector Gamache, his detectives, the folks of Three Pines. Grab a cup of coffee, prop your feet up, and immerse yourself in the beautiful writing of Louise Penny.